Hello and welcome to another episode of the Plus 63 HP Reviews Edition podcast. I am one of your hosts, John Clemente. Alongside with me is my bestest best friend in the entire world. Where's my finger? Chubax. Hello. What's up?
Hey, so on Chubax, yeah, we're gonna be reviewing Resident Evil Season 1 Netflix, so welcome and hope you enjoy the ride.
And if this is your first time visiting the channel, thank you very much for your review. We really appreciate it. We hope that you grab your sister, your brother, your mom, or your dad's phone, hop onto YouTube, youtube.com/plus plus63hp, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever we drop all of our different shows. So this is one of two review shows that we do every week. We do a movie of the week and we do a series of the week for us to review for you guys, so you guys could know whether you should watch the movie and series as well. We also have a D&D show that drops every Wednesday, our very first campaign recorded for posterity and then shared for you guys as entertainment. Hopefully you join us in our adventure there as well. We are 30 plus episodes and enjoying every single one of those episodes with me and my best buds. So hopefully you can join that as well. On Thursdays, we drop our reacts show where we curate a short list of trailers, videos, featurettes, clips of things that are coming down the pipeline. See how hyped we are for upcoming content, and maybe you can be hyped with us as well. We also have, or Chubax and RJ also has a second D&D show that drops Fridays or Saturdays. So almost every single day of the week you'll have content for you to enjoy with us, to listen to watch, uh video on demand on YouTube, on your favorite podcasting app. Our favorites: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon. And you can also interact with us in terms of the brochachos, the boys. We are on all the socials: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, with the handle at +63hp. As what Chubax has mentioned, our series of the week, very cool new series that dropped on Netflix. Another adaptation of a beloved video game franchise, Resident Evil. So before we go through the spoiler-filled, detailed synopsis and detailed deep dive of the first season of Netflix's Resident Evil TV series, Chubax, what did you think of the first season of Resident Evil?
Sucked.
What?
Yeah, it is full of potential that got wasted for me. Like,
Interesting.
yeah, like I love Ella Ballinska. I love what's this? Uh, the name's the name is leaving me.
Rudolph,
Lance
right?
Reddick. Lance Reddick.
Oh,
Sorry.
Lance Reddick.
Yeah. So, but for me, just a lot of it. There were so many good elements. Like the action was good, the effects were good. A lot of the set pieces were looked good. Uh, yeah, as I said, Ella Balinska was great. Lance Reddick was great. But the story, like the decisions, oh my god! Like I will discuss with the decisions later. And there was like as I said, there's a lot of potential here. There's like a lot of cool concepts that they made, like all the spoiler stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of concepts that if they focused on that or that made that at the start, it would have been really cool. So, do I want a second season? Just for Ella Balinska, yeah, and Lance Reddick. But I don't know, man. That was a little dragging for me. Did you like? So you, I take it you liked it a little bit.
Yeah, so no, I wasn't over the moon with the series, but when I was seeing tweets about the reviews of Resident Evil and Netflix, and a lot of people were saying like this is the best rendition of Resident Evil that they've seen, I kind of agreed. I enjoyed the most recent version, the most recent
The movie.
film, right? Yeah, so I enjoyed that too, but this one, I really think that they were able to build a Raccoon City, a Resident Evil world that was well grounded, looked good. You know the different factions. Understand the motivation. It looked fresh. It's not the usual zombie world that people would expect, or that we've seen so much in different
Mm-hmm.
different series. So I liked it. Didn't love it. I liked it. I totally 100% agree with you that a lot of the character decisions that happened from the very, very first episode and then peppered across all 8 episodes, there's always like a decisions like, huh? Like that I did like that. For the most part, they were able to recover from it because they don't make the poor decision the 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 fulcrum, the pivot point of the episode or the next few episodes. It's just something to move stuff along. So they don't dwell on those decisions a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of reasons like what this would have been easily fixed if you just did this or said this or not do that. So I like that. But I really I also enjoyed most of the actors and actresses in this movie. My favorite is like I don't want to spoil the actual thread of the movie first because it took me a little bit, took me 2 3 episodes to realize the timelines of this film. So I will keep that in the in the um in the deep dive. But yeah, do I want a second season? Well, yeah, because story's not done,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of things are cool. Like the world that they built, I was very very happy with. Um, the people that are still surviving in post Raccoon, post Umbrella or post Raccoon City stuff, it's cool. I really enjoyed that. But also the action did not feel cheap to me.
Mm-hmm. I
So
like the action.
the effects surprisingly good.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything that I see, like wow, choreography pretty dope. So I really enjoyed a lot of it. Will I, if this were like week on week, will I fucking watch it? Nah. It's like, I'll wait, and then if I had time, luckily, like we had a couple of weeks to watch this, so I spread it out across a couple of weeks, so it was fine. But yeah, I'm not over the moon, but it's decent. It's decent.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, Chubax, hit me with a synopsis.
Okay, so I'll just. We only have 30 minutes. I'm gonna try to make this very quick. So there's two timelines, a 2022 and a 2036. So basically, in 2022, we focus on a family of three. There's Albert Wesker and his daughters Billy and Jade, and it's about he works for Umbrella and they move into New Raccoon City. So we get the family dynamic there. We get a lot of issues. They didn't like to move, but had to because of work. Not everything's peachy in there, but um, they go to school, and apparently Billy has been having issues. Been called a freak. We didn't really know why from before, and this is one of the dynamics that kind of baffled me. Like Billy and Jade, like are they good? Do they love each other? Do they hate each other? Because it's like flipping, flopping so fast. I mean, I understand if like they bicker. That's part of being a brother and sister.
Mhm.
But it's like they love each other and then they hate each other after one decision and then go back to the other. It just threw me off. And then so anyway, so the storyline is there, and then so basically Albert's working for Umbrella. Umbrella's led by Evelyn, and they're trying to push Joy out. So from what I understand from the setting, is this is like after Resident Evil won the game.
Mhm.
So it's like Raccoon City got infected, and they bombed the shit out of it. And I think maybe even Resident Evil 5, because in Resident Evil 5 the game, Albert Wesker died in the volcano, and that's what they said, right? He died in the volcano.
Mhm.
So maybe it's even after that. So um they're trying to Umbrella's still trying to At first they were starting about money, of course. They wanted to produce this pill, the joy pill, that would make depression, anxiety gone, just make you happy. But Albert said that this pill, when taken too much, is like the T virus.
It comes with you, right? This is great.
I
Great.
know. So and then Evelyn's like, "But how much do you need? Like I think 20,000, right, or something."
3,000.
So it's
Three
like,
thousand doses.
who's gonna drink that? So it's okay. So stuff like so. And then there's also this mystery about Albert, uh, like daily getting blood from Billy and Jade. Is it daily or weekly or something? I think it's
52 hours.
yeah. Yeah, so Albert would take blood samples from his kids, and he would inject it to himself every 52 hours or so. And then, so there's family drama there, and then Billy thinks it in good, it's a best interest of the world because she saw that she thinks that Umbrella's experimenting with rats, with with rabbits to
Live
infiltrate.
animals because Billy was vegan.
Okay, so she was so to infiltrate Umbrella, the research facility, and expose them to the world. There's just no consequence. They live in New Raccoon City's dad works. What? No, 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 not even a thought about that. And she's getting bullied at school. But anyways, she goes to she and Billy go to Raccoon City, to the research facility, which the security sucks, man. You just need a
Yeah,
voice,
yeah, kids can just go in.
right?
Well,
No
they
camera,
did
no
have the
security.
dad's access, right? Like they were able
Yeah, but
to
there's
get
no security guards. There's no surveillance. So, anyways, there was surveillance, but it's not live. Like only recorded, and then Albert was able to erase it later. But anyways, they infiltrate the research. Uh, all hell breaks loose. A dog just gets out, bites Billy, and then we go the aftermath of that where she's kind of infected, but she's not changing, and they go to a fucking party. If I'm
quick
gonna
he
change, might as well go to a party.
because he thought that she was gonna die, right? That's the main motivation. Like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go to party first. Like, all right. I think
That
that's how kids think.
no, that would
Very
make
smart
sense.
decision.
But Jade also has some information that they turn into something that kill other people, right? Like there was that tidbit where he was talking to a news reporter that there's something wrong with that pill, so, or the infection and stuff. So, anyways, so they go there. They hang out with Billy, with Simon. Simon is the son of Evelyn, and he likes Jade. And there's a lot of spycraft here where um they want to know who's there's a mole or stuff like that. Just trying to simple, but anyways, Albert's trying to protect his kids, and then we find out the cool twist that Albert is a clone of the original Albert Wesker, and that there's
Mhm.
others, and that there's Albert. There's Albie. What's the other one? Billy.
Bert,
Bert was the other one,
Bert, Albie, Albert.
and Albert.
Those are the three, and then the original.
Yeah, so that was cool that we saw the real Albert Wesker with the um flat top hair and the leather armor and the shades, and he was badass. And I love the Lance Reddick. He was really different from Bert to Albert.
Yeah,
The
I
way he
was surprised. Like
speaks,
even the because like the accent,
yeah,
if
because he,
there was
he he speaks like choppy. I'm trying to copy that from Max, but then Bert was like really normal and like really different. So, anyways, uh, in the end, I guess Evelyn locks up Albert, trying to force him to fix Joy, and then they find out that Billy was bitten, so they try to keep her, and then we also find out that Albert Wesker, the real one, is still alive as a monster in trapped in a tank, and at the end, Albert Wesker, their clone father, sacrificed himself to blow up the research facility, but doesn't kill anyone, doesn't kill Evelyn. Jade, Billy, and Bert escape, but Billy bites Simon, so Evelyn's forced to kill Simon, and then they escape. So that's the end of the 2022, 2036. We find Jade in the future. She's really hot. And I
Yeah.
cannot. Ella
So
Ballinska
that's
is
that's
really
so
pretty.
now that we're talking about it, it took me a little bit because they're splicing these two
Uh huh.
timelines throughout the episodes, and I don't think until what episode 3 or 4 where they were like very very clear that this is Jade, like this adventurous girl doing research is the old Jade, or later, maybe even later. So I didn't figure that out until like a while. So I was like, okay, cool. It's like, all right. I thought there was just like there's there's the raccoons, the people that are living in that raccoon city that is up in the hill, super clean, super protected, and then everybody else is in this like still a post-apocalyptic world. But didn't realize like the timelines
I think
clearly.
that's more on you watching on the background. Maybe you missed like the dates that 2020. I did have to rewind it in the first few episodes. So anyway, Jade apparently is a mother, but she's out doing research by herself. In the this is the post-apocalyptic world now, but surprisingly not that post-apocalyptic. Like there's still sections and zones where there's functioning cities without zeros. Zeros, what they call the zombies. So anyway, she's her base the basic story in the 2036 that for the first few episodes is her just trying to get back home. Like the first episode was really cool. Like she getting attacked by the zeros because she cut herself by accident,
Mhm.
and then killing it with the fire camp, the fire trap in her camp. But then it attracting the big bug thing, like was that like a caterpillar, giant caterpillar or whatever.
I thought it was like a spider thingy.
Yeah, so that was cool. And then so the first few episodes is her just trying to get back to the university. She belongs to a group apparently that's trying to keep the old world, whatever they can from the old world, like library, books,
Art,
knowledge,
music.
art, music, and she's trying to get back home to her husband and daughter. So there's a lot of adventures here, some good, some bad. She goes to a city to get help to get to another city, and we get some good action here with the what do they call the clickers? The one that doesn't have eyes, just
I was gonna ask that. I didn't realize how I did not play any Resident Evil at all because I had no clue about. Wesker's a little bit familiar to me, but all
that's
I
it.
remember is Jill Valentine, Chris Redford,
Yeah,
like the
tuloy
old
na eh.
school.
So yeah, so we get a lot of nice action here. Um, and then but since the first episode, when she was attacked by the caterpillar, she was knocked out, and then she was saved by a group of scavengers who figure who she is. So they that she has a bounty from Umbrella. So from the first episode, she's running. There's a group of highly trained soldiers led by Baxter trying to capture her for Umbrella. So throughout the first four episodes, she's running both from whatever monster comes across and Baxter and the Umbrella goons, always being one step ahead until uh she's captured by Baxter and the soldiers, but then they're ambushed by a group called the Brotherhood, who lives like a fucked up way of another group that lives underground, and for some reason they're able to control zeros because they found a mother zero that's able to control the other zeros and generate power for them. So she was really intrigued. And then we get this cool prison break with Baxter being a badass.
So this chubby dude that is obviously a douche for better part of 2 episodes is just John Wicking it up.
I know.
That's where I realized like okay,
Yeah, so that was cool because
and
like
funny.
funny, not just because he's like me, like a fat dude, but I mean, there's also a reason why he's leading this group. It's not like he's like a an office temp. No, there's a reason why he's leading a search group for her. He's badass too. And then they kill him. Same, he bonds
Super
he bonds with
super
her.
unceremoniously too. Like he just like
They
they
didn't
were
even show
coming up
him.
a ladder and then there's
So that's one of the missed decisions. There. Like he bonds with her. They had this nice back and forth. He has this badass John Wick moment, and then they kill him like that. So, anyways, then this is where we get. she escapes, and then she gets surrounded by Umbrella again, and we find out that her sister Billy is still alive, which is a really odd casting choice because she does not look like young Billy. Did
So
that
wait,
is that am I the
time
only
out.
one that's off
You're
with that?
100% right. 100% right. But also, holy fuck, I love Adeline Rudolph. I'm trying to look for her right now. She is on Twitter. I will follow her. I just don't know, like that little glimpse that we had, what, episode 6, episode 5, when she took off her helmet. And then that was Billy. It's like, you're not Billy, but I'll take it because she's so cute. She's like
She
Korean, Dutch, or something like that. She's like half
so
Asian, half
yeah, so
European. Oh,
she's Korean something, Korean and mixed with European something. But young Billy is Filipino American German, I think. So it was
ooh.
not really compatible for. It was really jarring for me.
So young, yeah, young Billy Wesker. Yeah, she's Hawaiian.
Yeah, really,
Half
Hawaiian
Filipino, half
Filipino.
European.
So
Yeah.
it was really jarring to. The eyes are really off. But yeah, she is pretty. But my taste lean more to Ella Ballinska. But anyway, so she goes there. She tells her that even though she's working for Umbrella, she's still her sister and helps her get out, escape. But it was a trap. So Billy Jade gets home. Is fine. Able to finally go home to the ship, the university, which is a big like freighter ship. Meets her husband, her daughter, and she's like the just crappiest mom. Like she's trying to save the world, but she's like a crappy mom.
Well,
And
she is an umbrella monster, genetic monster, I think.
uh,
So
so
yeah.
th- before I go on, that's another issue for me. Like they say that they set this up where Albert says that he made them, so they're like created clones or whatever, genetic. They're not born; they were created, right? Like kind of clones, Billy and Jade, that they made them stronger, smarter. But we don't see that. Do we see anything aside from
It's just more like they well, no, they keep on telling how, like,
special they
uh
are?
Jade can understand language even just in one conversation. Obviously, Billy is resistant to the bite, and she's strong whenever she's angry. So glimpse, but you're right. It's not clear. It's not
Yeah,
clear,
and
but
we
I
didn't
kind of like it.
see we didn't see Jade benefit from her smarts, the future. Oh, in the 2036 timeline. So that was just like the ones that they could have put that more on the focus, like the clones. I would have loved it if they started with the clones in the first episode. Like that. It didn't need to be a twist at the end. So, anyways, she goes to the university, um, and trying to fit back with her family, but she was able to take the head of the Mother Zero that she killed. She's trying to find out how can this one control the other zeros, and she finds an enzyme in it that can both attract and
Attract and repel.
repel. And what does she do? She goes off the reservation, doesn't tell anybody. What? Oh my, this was so stupid. She gets a
It would have
zero.
been so simple to go to the head, Sakim, saying, "Hey, Sakim, I think I found something to repel or attract zeros. I can't wait because, like, our what's the other scientist, the one that is pregnant, is her super close friend and gets into an accident
Amrita,
because of her.
Amrita, yeah.
Amrita is like, oh,
You
two
steal from
weeks,
her.
and then we're gonna land and we're gonna test this in 2 weeks.
So
Could have just waited, man.
she goes
Could
off
have
the
just
boat
waited.
by herself, smuggles in a zero, just ties her up like so lazily, like one hand, I think, or was it two? I think
Two hands,
two
but
hands,
like again, these are again,
and then
still like,
experience. It would be done so easy if she asked permission, and then maybe even got a zero
or
without per- with-
got
without
guards.
got the zero without permission, and then told them that so she needs guards,
Yeah.
right? So easy to get forgiveness and permission, fine, but keeping it a secret, and then having her daughter there while she's experimenting with the zeros. Like at first she panics, but then oh no, watch mommy. I'm gonna do an experiment in front of my child, in front of the Zero. Like, what the so of course the Zero escapes, kills her best
Of
friend,
course, the Zero escapes.
right? Kills her best friend
Oh.
and and the baby that she because she's pregnant, and then Umbrella arrives, and then we get another scene where, um, she what does she they want Jade, right? They just want Jade, so they're trying to negotiate with the university. They want Jade, and then Jade brings that enzyme that attracts, and she knows that Umbrella will just fuck up university and the university anyway, with or without her. So she breaks it, and then we get the nice scene where that was so dramatic, and not because nothing happened at first, but then all the Zeros come running in, and another stupid reason where so they're kind of fortified, but the Zeros come into the Umbrella camp, and Billy watches for the longest time while a lot of her soldiers die. And then she
Uh,
brings out the drones.
uh,
Like,
Trying to be dramatic.
what?
And went outside, and the drones were like circling. And
And,
or what could have been better was like everybody come into my drone circle, but no, again,
and then there was also like, I know most of the set pieces here were great. This scene kind of felt off for me because as the drones were shooting, the choreography where the zombies they would all fall down, but it was all at the same time. It's like that's a
so this is where I realized that there are a lot of memes and YouTube videos about Walking Dead auditions, because they really are, the bar for their zombies are very high,
uh-huh.
because these zombies, like, the only difference is, I think the only direction that they got is run but don't move your hands.
I know it was weird too.
Yeah, so I guess, like, they're shooting in somewhere, and you don't have enough training and whatnot, so these are extras, so, and you're making them do a lot, so I kind of understand.
No, but yeah, I even let that go. That's how my comment was when the drones were shooting. Not all of them were gonna get hit at the same time, but all of them were falling down at the same. So that was really, really jarring for me as well. But then, so anyway, so as that's happening, Jade escapes, gets to the university, tells them to fly off, but knows that Umbrella has choppers. Which where was the chopper when the horde was coming in? I don't know.
It's only one chopper though, too, right?
Yeah, maybe there was one. Yeah, but she knows that the chopper could take out the ship, so she needs to
Yeah.
release
The
the
cool
giant alligator. So that was cool. Apparently, she was able to um, make uh make a Zero sleep, right, by applying like
electrode. So exactly what Billy is doing with. So this was also mentioned. Like, Billy co-opted Evelyn, like made her robot
yeah,
puppet by doing brain surgery, and that was Billy's expertise,
yeah.
mind shit. Um, for Jade, they were able to do the same thing with animals, but instead of, like, because it's super difficult because it's brain surgery, they
That's not her
scale it
specialty.
big.
So, but anyway, so the giant alligator crocodile comes out, um, attacks the other umbrella drones and stuff, but is subversive. What's the term? Like submissive to B, the kid. So, anyways, Jade's kid escapes. The another stupid thing, like she didn't even talk to her dad. Like she said, "Go to your dad, talk to him, and if he says no, that's when you escape."
That's the other thing that I fucking hated was, it's like, if you just condense the family, Jade, Arjun, and B, right? Jade was supposed to be sacrificing herself so that they can get these away, right? But she came back. She came back, escaped and came back. Okay. And B was supposed to stay with the dad, make sure that they're safe first, and if not, they leave. But instead, she leaves. Now, Jade, who was sacrificed to go out, came back now to go back out again to find his. Come on,
I know,
that is not a
and
clean way. to do stuff.
Did Arjun die? No, right? He was just injured.
Yeah, we don't know
We don't
because
know, right?
again, spoiler alert, he fucking ends in the damn cliffhanger.
So anyway, the end. The chopper comes from wherever it was hiding, kills the alligator, no problem, and Jade finds B, but Billy arrives with the soldiers. She shoots B. Oh, she shoots Jade in the stomach, leaves her alive, and kidnap. She doesn't need the girl anymore. So it's like they told us that Jade and Billy are special, and then now that B is special, but there's no, there's no punchline. There's no like what's the term? There's no payoff. Like
There's no resolution. That's the
yeah,
thing.
there's
Yeah,
no
100.
payoff with how is Jade special? She's not doing it. Yeah, she's a scientist, but that there's a lot. Amrita was a
She'll
scientist. She's just
probably
smart.
heal. I was waiting for her to just like heal automatically.
So yeah, so that was the end for that, and yeah, I mean I loved Lance Reddick, as I said. I love Ella Ballinska. Um, I even loved Evelyn and
Oh,
Simon was
Evelyn was
Simon was cool too. But
yeah.
yeah, so that was season one.
I and yeah, and we've discussed this a little bit. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It looks really polished. It's a fresh take on Resident Evil. I personally think it's the best rendition of a like overly used um zombie horde kind of thing. There's like a few more intricacies here that still kind of uses the horde of the zombies kind of bit. Action was great, and again, you're right. The casting was great, apart from like, of course, not looking the same. Billy from age what 14 to age 28, they're like totally different, or age 16 to age 30. Um, but all in all, uh, I'm actually expecting and waiting and excited for season two, only because I feel that they're going to kind of like be a little bit better on the stupid shit. Like, it's a little bit cleaner now. Now we know that I hope they just stay with the older timeline from now
Mhm.
on. Right. That's kind of the thing.
Doesn't seem
Um
like it because the tease for the end was the dad gave her a note for Ada Wong, and Ada Wong is one like a very prominent character in the games.
oh yeah, I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
again, so
she's like a mercenary or something, like an
in Japan, right? Yeah.
intelligence operate officer or something. I'm not also the expert at RE, but she's one of the fan favorite characters, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it. So in closing this particular episode, that's my final thoughts. I will rate this as I'll rank this as a 6. Okay, high 6,
High
solid 6.
six, high
Yeah,
six.
high 6. Oh, because again, it's being drawn up because it looks good. Action is great, right? Fresh take. It's being drawn down or pulled down because of the fucking decisions, like all the things that we've mentioned, like, right? It's like every single point of this, like every other episode, there is a decision that could have been like, we no one in their right mind will do that. Right? I mean, we're
Uh-huh.
not stupid. But I also think that this is going to be a uh like a 2 to 4 season franchise, because it looks really good and you have a solid cast too. So yeah, how about you, Chubax? What do you think? Final thoughts and ratings for
Uh,
Resident Evil season one?
I'll go with a five. It's still good. It's just that it hinged too much on the young Billy, young Jade, and that dynamic they didn't nail because like there were so many. Do they love each other? Do they hate each other? It just the flip flopping was too much. Like there was times where they didn't understand each other's motivation, but it's not rocket science. You know why she did it, and then you're blaming each other. So I don't know. It was just a little off. I mean, it would have been better like they were setting up at the end where she was the cause for Simon, right? So Jade was a little off with her. She was trying to two of us always, right, forever. And Jade was like took a second before she said yes. Two of us together forever, but she didn't hold her hand or anything. It would have been great if like they were thick as thieves throughout the season, and then
Mhm.
that's when the crack happened.
Okay.
But there's just so many cracks already. Like, how many? But yeah, I would watch the second season just because, as I said, the acting, the action's good, and it's always with seasons like this where there's a lot of potential. Some of them are easily fixed in season two. So yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I can wait, but I hope it gets renewed. There's still no call on it, so there's no, and they didn't say if they're gonna renew yet or not.
I am following Adeline Rudolph on Twitter right now because I am just
I
wow.
barely I barely look at Twitter now. Instagram. She on Instagram.
She's on Instagram too for sure. Yeah. So cute. I'm not even a fan of like generally I'm lean more towards Caucasian than Asian, but this one is like she's I like her. Cool. All right, that is the deep dive review of season 1 of Resident Evil. Tell us what you think about the season if you've seen it yourselves. What are the stupid decisions that you hated the most? That Billy and Jade, both old and young, have been done during the entire season. Let us know if you want a second season as well. And let's see if Netflix announces a follow up for this particular season fairly soon. If you've lasted this long, thank you very much for the view. We hope that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/plus63hp. We hope that you follow us on all of our socials, interact with us there. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Our handle is at +63hp. And if you don't want to watch us video on demand, you just want to listen to us, we are on your favorite podcasting app. We prefer Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Amazon. Again, in the next week, we're gonna take a little break. I'm going on a little family vacation. I'm gonna visit my cousins in Chicago. When we come back, we have plenty of series and show and movies to deep dive with you guys. Much the likes of Star Trek, New Worlds, Paper Girls, She-Hulk is coming down the pipeline. We're planning on the Gray Man. We're planning on Sandman. We're planning on Prey. There's so much content coming up in the next couple of weeks. We hope that you join us then, and you can suggest all the stuff that you want us to review with you guys too. With that, Chubax, final goodbyes.
Thanks for staying with us. Hope you try RE1 and let us know what you think.
Well, thank you again, and we hope we see you in the next video. Goodbye.